Shalom. Thanks for joining me. I'm in Matthew chapter 7, and I'm going to start in verse 7. And this is the part called Ask, Seek, and Knock. This is about prayer, by the way. And I think this is pretty fascinating. Now remember, this is part of the Sermon on the Mount. And the main gist of the Sermon on the Mount can be found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 20, where Jesus said, "Your righteousness must exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees." And he's describing here in the Sermon on the Mount about how we who are followers of Jesus are to live our lives. What is the ethics of kingdom living? And here he begins with talking about prayer, and he uses some interesting words. He says, verse 7, starting there, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So, in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets." Now, this is a short little section in here. I think it's interesting that he uses these words, ask, seek, and knock. A-S-N-K, by the way, spell the word ask. It's also interesting to me that in the Greek New Testament, the words ask, seek, and knock also begin with the same three letters, A, S, and K. And they mean the exact same things, asking, seeking, knocking. He said, if you ask, it'll be given. If you seek, it'll be found. If you knock, it'll be open to you. He's not saying anything to us that we have to have some sort of a idea that I must be good enough to get God's attention. He's saying here God wants to give you good gifts. He's saying you should have a radical, childlike faith and confidence in God's love and desire for you. I think that's pretty fascinating. Ask, seek, knock. And by the way, it's also where he says, for everyone who is asking, everyone who is seeking, everyone who is knocking. It's kind of interesting because that's in what's called the present tense, which means this is something that's ongoing. I'm continuously asking, I'm continuously seeking, I'm continuously knocking. So this isn't something I do once and I'm done. This is something I do regularly. This is something I do all day, all the time, asking, seeking, knocking. And it's found and opened and received. This is the way God is. God wants to give good gifts to you. Pray, seek him out. And then it ends it off with what we call the golden rule. Do everything you do to others what you would have them do to you. And Jesus said this sums up the law and the prophets, the Torah and the prophets. This is the goal here. Learning to behave in such a way that I am treating other people the way I would like them to treat me. Now, does it mean it will happen? Jesus didn't say that. Jesus said, you do to others the way you wish, the way you hoped, the way you aspire for them to treat you. And that's how you behave. It doesn't mean that's what you're going to get, but Jesus didn't say you do it based on what you're going to get. He said you do it because that's how you wish others people would treat you. So you treat those people around you that way. And that's all he's saying. Thanks for joining me.